Hello and welcome to a new vlog. Welcome to Monday. It's Monday. It's the start of a new week. It's nearly noon. It's 11:30. I am having a very slow Monday, but I can do that because it's summer vacation. I need to work out. It's way too hot to go outside and the sun is getting way too high as well. Yes, the sun is almost directly above, so there wouldn't be any shade out, and it is currently 95 degrees. We're going up to a high of 102 today, and then over the weekend we go up to 111 and 113. So yeah, I am doing home workouts from this point onward. Anyway, my phone's going off because one of my very lovely readers, Alicia, I don't know if you follow me on here as well, Alicia, but Alicia very kindly posted a picture of all three of the Across the Pond books on her Instagram, and it is just, I told her in my comment that it made my day, but honestly it's made like my whole week. It's only Monday, but I know that's going to be the highlight of this week. I really cannot express to you guys enough how much it means that not only that you buy my books, like that's amazing, but that can sometimes feel a bit disconnected. I just see books pop up on my sales dashboard and I have no idea if you go on to read them, if you liked them, like it's yay, someone's bought my book, and that's amazing. I don't want to discount that. It's not the same as like the feedback I get when you finish reading the book. And so when you take time to leave a review on Amazon, which is always so appreciated, even if it's just a star rating, it's appreciated. When you take the time to not only take a picture, but then post it on social media and share it with your audience. I think people feel like, oh, I'm not an influencer, only 20 people follow me, it's not worth posting a picture. It's worth it to share it with those 20 people, but it's also worth it to then just tag me in it. Like even if no one else sees it, just to send it to me in my DMs just makes my day to know that you got the books, you read them, you loved them, and you love them enough that you want to tell me that you love them. It just, not just for me, but for every author, any author, regardless of their publishing path, truly appreciates hearing from their readers. Maybe when you become like a super best-selling author and you've got like film deals and like maybe eventually you get used to people telling you that your books are amazing and you're awesome. But I think for the vast majority of authors, we don't ever get used to that. So it does just truly make our day anytime it happens. Just, it really has made my morning. I saw her post go up and the notification that I'd been tagged in a picture as I was sitting down to start this vlog, and went down a rabbit hole of like loving her picture and commenting and all of that, and now she's replying. So again, Alicia, thank you. And I think she said that her daughter, Alicia and Naomi, so she says that her daughter last month bought her own set. She's beginning to read Brave Together since she's officially done with finals. Congratulations on being done with finals. That is amazing. I remember that feeling very well. So I know what a big deal it is to finally be done with finals and to be able to have time back to yourself. So I really hope that you enjoy reading all of the books. And thank you, Naomi, for buying your mom her own set. That's just amazing. I need to get on with my day. I could spend all day just being so excited about these comments and these posts. I need to get on with my workout, get on with my day. I need to get some coffee in a little while. Okay, on with my day. I will show you what I get up to, starting with an at-home workout. Okay, this day is fine. Let me complete that sentence. Let me reframe that thought. This day is fine. Everything is okay. My workout was great. My shower was nice, but it's already 2:30 in the afternoon like, this is what happens when I sleep in until 10. So, like, what did I think was gonna happen? I'm trying now to kind of restructure my day, tell myself that, like, it's fine, it's Monday, it's Monday, it's summer vacation, it's still early June. I keep having this problem where I just start to feel really overwhelmed by life, which, like, my life's not changing, so I just need to learn how to not be so overwhelmed by it. But, like, this is all part of that slow living journey that I'm on and that I said I would be talking about more in these vlogs. I thought I was going to be super productive today. I had a lot of things on my list, a lot of small things, and I have checked a lot off. But there were 3 things that popped up last night while I was reading and winding down and getting ready for bed, and so I put them on my digital calendar on my phone because I didn't want to get up, get out of bed, come out here and write things down in my planner. So if something occurs to me in, like, the last hour before I go to sleep, once I'm already in bed, I'll put it in my phone as a calendar event so that the next day I get that reminder pop up. Oh yeah, and then even if I don't do it on that day, it at least reminds me to write it down in my planner. So I have written the 3 things down in my planner. But one of the things I can do, I'll probably do it tomorrow, it's not that big of a deal. I want to set up another Kindle Countdown deal for a different one of my books, but that's minor. The other 2 things are content related. So as part of my coaching business that I'm still trying to get off the ground, I want to start and need to start doing some content marketing in the form of blog posts on my website. I wanted to brainstorm some blog post ideas for blogs that I could write related to writing advice, things like that. And so that's exciting, but then the thought of writing the blog posts, like, this is what's been the struggle with starting the business, is it just feels like piling even more on my plate. And it is, but I keep trying to remind myself it's work that I enjoy doing and that I want to do. Like, writing these blog posts won't be as hard as my brain is making it seem. I'm sitting here, like, this is all with probably undiagnosed ADHD, and, like, how am I even going to get all of this stuff done when I can't even be bothered to make the appointment with the doctor to get my ADHD diagnosed? So it's a cycle. It's a thing. My phone, it keeps giving me the reminder. Brainstorm blog post ideas for website. I can't. At least not today. That's what my brain is telling me. It's just like, last night, this sounded like a brilliant idea. It sounded like this would be so easy for me to do today. And now it's here, and I'm behind on everything else that was already on my planner, and so it's just like, when? And so then the other thing, the other brilliant idea that popped in my head is also related to blogs, but different blog. I miss blogging. I really do. For those who've been around for a really long time, because it's been well over 2 years since I posted on it, you might remember I do have a blog. It's linked on my channel. I set it up a long time ago, and so I had a blog well before I had a YouTube channel, and it's called Research and Ramblings. I miss it. I do. I really miss it. The problem is I had wanted to turn it into more of a research-focused blog, talking about my fashion icons research and my other fashion research, and just, like, all the kind of research areas, material culture, women's history, things like that I'm interested in. And after graduation, my brain shut down. Like, that part of my brain, the research part of my brain, just completely shut down, and I really miss it. But I miss blogging even more. I'll do videos like the Slow Living Diaries, the first installment of that, and then I'll finish that video, put it up, and I'll be like, oh, I should have said all of this, and it still relates to that video. So I feel like I could still put it into a second video, but it just feels like, because, like, I realized I didn't define, like, how I'm defining slow living in that video. That will come in a future video, but it just feels like I miss my blog, and I feel like it might be fun to, in addition to the YouTube videos, also blog in written format because I feel like there's some things my brain likes talking about and there's other things my brain likes writing about. So I think talking about slow living on both YouTube and my blog might be nice. I feel like I'd like to talk about why that blog has kind of gone so defunct. It's because of the burnout. And so I miss it and I want to start it again. But again, it's one more thing. I feel like I need to be pulling back and doing less, not adding more, but my brain keeps wanting to add more. And then that puts me back into the feeling of I'm a failure. I should be able to do all these things and I can't. All of this negative self-talk that is totally not true. I know, I'm not a failure, but like these are the things that I'm struggling with, and this is what is making me want to go towards slow living, because my brain is just going, my brain is going 1,000,000 miles an hour, but my body is going like 0.1 miles per hour. Like my body is crawling right now. And so this is where we're at today. This is where we're at 2:44 in the afternoon on Monday, June 6th. I'm gonna make myself a very delicious ham and cheese croissant sandwich. I've gone and grabbed Jessica Rose Williams's book Enough. I'm gonna just sit and read that for a little while, see how I feel by like 4 o'clock, and then I really want to write. It's just right now I feel like I can't write. My brain is just going in so many different directions. I'm starting to get into that like negative spiral of criticism and failureism and all of that. That's not the place I like to approach my writing from. I don't write as a form of punishment or to make myself feel more productive. I think I'm going to try to just kind of read the book, just let my brain kind of slow down a little bit, and then hopefully I can come and work. Everything's fine. We're just going to kind of get this day back on track, get my brain back on track. My peonies, 2 of them are definitely dying. The 2 that were like the most open when I bought them. The other 3 are looking good. And there was a 6th one, even though it was supposed to only be a pack of 5, there was a 6th stem that had this really tiny, tightly closed green bud. So I think they just assumed that it wasn't going to open. It's opening. It's actually opening like a week later. And it's making me so happy. I'd love it if it does open all the way. I'm just not holding my breath for that. Is off for the moment. I have done some reading. I haven't finished that book yet, but I'm getting so close. I'm getting very close, but I really wanted to do my writing today, and it is almost 20 after 4, so I read a little bit longer than I originally intended to. Feeling a lot calmer now. According to Scrivener, I need to get to 1,774 words today. I'm going to try to do 2,000. So I'm going to try to write. We'll see how it goes. Update. The project, Independent Hearts Book 2, is currently at 68,054 words out of a projected 100,000 words. I need to do 1,774. I ended up doing about 9,300 last week. So that was over what my goal should have been if I was just following Scrivener. That ended up being an average of like 1,800 and some words per day, and I know that's above what Scrivener was telling me each day, but I was about 700 words short of what I had wanted to do, which was an average of 2,000 words per day or 10,000 words for the week. So it's Monday. I'm going to try for my 2,000. We'll see how it goes. I'm up to chapter 13. I'm into the final third of the book, it feels like, or just about into the final third. And chapter 13, chapter 11 and 12, and I think chapter 10 too, but like the last few chapters I've been writing have been really exciting, really pivotal. Like it's the midpoint of the book. There's a lot of stuff happening. There's like stuff. Like I don't want to spoil anything, but stuff is happening. And chapter 13 is going to be a really fun scene, which is why I didn't want to start writing it earlier today when my brain was not in a good place, because I want to enjoy writing this scene. And I think this is going to be, well, it's multiple scenes in this chapter, but I think this is going to be a chapter that fans of book 1 are going to really enjoy. I don't want to give any more spoilers, but I'm really looking forward to it. Let's get writing and let's see if I can get to 2,000 words today. Okay, just quick check-in. I've been writing for about an hour. I've written 1,387 words, feeling like 2,000 is going to be possible because I'm almost at 1,400. So I just need a little over 600. It's been nice. For as frazzled and just chaotic as I felt earlier today, I actually feel pretty good now. I swear this peony is like, I swear it's open. It's opening even more. I need to take another picture. I've been trying to take pictures periodically. When I first got it, it looked like that. I was convinced it wasn't going to open. And then this morning, it looked like that. I really hope that like actually continues to open. That would be nice. So I'm gonna get back to writing. Try to get to 2,000 words. I think I can do it, but I do think my brain is starting, there goes the AC. I do think my brain is starting to slow down. So I'm hoping I can keep up my current pace. If I can, then I can definitely get to 600 words in the next like 30-ish minutes. So let's see how I do. Well, this day ended pretty well. It's 6:30. I ended up writing a little bit longer than I intended, but I was kind of on a roll with this one scene and I wanted to get it done. Made me cry, so I'm a little bit sniffly. Cry in a good way, but yeah, I'm enjoying this chapter. But I ended up doing 2,370 words today, so that's great. It means if I have a day where I only do 1,700 something and I don't do the full 2,000, I could still be on track. Like this is something I want to try to do over the next few days, is try to write slightly more than 2,000 words if I can, so that if like on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday I only do 1,700, I could still potentially be getting to 10,000 words total for the whole week. I'm now up to 70,424 words for the whole project, which is fantastic. I had meant, got my stack of books, I'd meant to do some reading in intuitive editing today. God, I forgot about that. I should have stopped at 2,000 and then read for like 10 minutes, but I just got sucked into the writing. I also wanted to start journaling. Speaking of ideas I had last night when I thought I had all the time in the world. In the book Enough that I'm reading, she talks about journaling, and her book has a lot of journal prompts, and Wabi Sabi by Beth Kempton had a lot of journaling prompts, and some of the other books I'm reading have stuff, and I just thought maybe I should start keeping like a slow living journal where I can do some of the journaling prompts, journal about some of the things that are coming up as I'm reading these different books, write out some of my favorite quotes from each book. Like, I really want to do that. And I certainly have plenty of journals, blank journals and notebooks to choose from. But once again, it feels like another thing to do. But I don't know, it might be something where I don't do it every day. I don't think I can stick to a daily journaling practice, but it might be something that like on the weekends when I don't let myself do as much of the other stuff, the weekends can be when I can do some of this stuff, when I can do things like journaling. That also might be what I do for the blogging, because I'm still thinking about that. I miss blogging. I miss blogging on that particular blog because it did feel more personal, and it was just like inside my head, like being inside my head kind of a thing. My advice on grad school, my thoughts from my travels, things like that. And then the research wasn't ever like formal research. It was just my ramblings about my research. And that's why the blog is called Research and Ramblings, because it started as a class assignment. Like, I think the first few posts in there were class assignments for that class. It was a literature class on biographies. And so we were all encouraged to start a blog or a website of some sort and write our assignments online, which honestly that had to have been like the fall of 2011. That was pretty like, not massively ahead of its time, but like far less common for teachers to be assigning create a blog as an assignment than it would be today. So that blog has always been pretty personal and just a place for me to like dump stuff out of my head, whether it's research related or just whatever, which is why I called it Research and Ramblings, so that it could be my research, but then the ramblings would also encompass anything else I wanted to talk about. So yeah, I just kind of miss blogging, and I don't know, maybe that can be something I can do on the weekends as well. I do have to say, the response to the slow living video, I promise I will do more videos soon. I will talk about it more in the vlogs like I'm doing today. I'll try to be a little bit more put together when I'm talking about it in the vlogs. Today's just been a real mishmash of thoughts, a real reflection of how my brain works sometimes. But your response to that video has been fantastic, better than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting for so many of you to be so excited about hearing me talk about it and interested in it for yourselves. It seemed like a lot of you also were really relating to what I was saying about, like, I'm not a minimalist. I don't align with you know, some of the other overlapping communities within slow living. And Jessica's book Enough talks about that a lot, how there's a strong overlap between slow living and minimalism, and like that just doesn't work for me. Jessica also talks about this in her book, and I'll talk about this more in a future, probably the next vlog or so when I've finished that book. But one of the things I like about her book is she's talking about how when you embark on slow living or minimalism or any of these other lifestyle movements, it can feel like there's a real right or wrong, black or white way to approach it, like a real all or nothing way of approaching it. That is something I'm trying to not let my brain fall into, because I seem to be hardwired to have an all or nothing approach with everything, with my work, with, you know, teaching, with my research, with my writing, with my life, with YouTube, with everything. I am trying to find that middle ground. One of the things that Beth Kempton's book, Wabi Sabi, gets at. And so these books are really helping me kind of see what my kind of natural tendencies are, so that I can start unpicking and unraveling those a little bit, resetting that to be a little bit more sustainable. So I feel like I've done a pretty decent job of that today. Today started out great. Sleeping in was fantastic. It was exactly what I needed. And then I could feel myself starting to slip into old patterns of feeling really anxious and upset because the day felt like it was running away from me, and I wasn't as far along in my task list as I should be by a certain time. And like, I don't regret sleeping in. I don't regret taking time to work out. That workout was exactly what I needed this morning. Like, it was exactly what I needed. So I don't begrudge the time it took me to do that. I don't regret the time that took. So why would I then beat myself up because all of that took the time that it did and I wasn't doing something else during that time? Logically, I know it doesn't make sense to be upset with myself about that. I think so I'm pretty proud of the fact that I was able to make my sandwich, go sit down, just really do nothing, just read for almost an hour, and then come sit down and write. And I managed to write 2,300 words. Like, that's fantastic. I'm sorry, but that is pretty fantastic, and I'm pretty proud of myself. I am now gonna go get dinner, watch some YouTube and some other TV. We'll see what I end up watching, but it should be a nice cozy evening, and that is exactly what I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna move these peonies over to the coffee table. It's the continuing traveling adventures of the peonies. They go where I go. I think for our word or our phrase of the vlog, I don't have a question, but if you've made it to this part of the vlog, put "peonies are magic" in the comments, or just leave me some flower emojis if you've made it, so that I know which of you lovely people has made it this far in the vlog. But yeah, I'm still it's continuing. Oh my gosh, it's opening even more. I'll show you guys, but yeah, I need to take another picture of that. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Both of those things are lovely and appreciated and do help me here with the algorithm and all of that crazy YouTube-y stuff. Also, I just really appreciate it, and I hope that if you aren't subscribed, that you will subscribe so you can come back and hang out with me again, because I love having you guys hang out with me during my days. I will see you all very soon in the next vlog. Thank you very much for watching this one. Bye!